All right, guys, which one of these do you think should be worth more? Now, to some people, collecting knives is arguable that any of these things could be worth so much money as they are, but this SMG is actually probably worth more than this XM24 by Hinderer. And here's a few reasons as to why the SMG is so expensive. This one in particular is a little bit more expensive because it has a more collectible blade shape. This is a Tanto blade, and Strider's Tantos, while they do look from a side view like a traditional Tanto, they actually have a few more tricks up their sleeve. One, they do have a little bit of a better grind angle, so this isn't a straight angle, rather this kind of follows the natural curve of the grind itself for the knife. In addition to this too, Strider is very infamous for making extremely robust Tanto knives that are designed to withstand a lot of prying force. A lot of Tantos are knives that you really shouldn't be actually prying, and to be fair, you probably shouldn't be prying with any knife, but Strider does not care about that. You can pry with a Strider. It might not be the best thing to do with a $600+ knife, but you can do that. Now, other reasons why this one in particular are more expensive, you have a performance pivot, and this one right here is a reasonably easy pivot to adjust and disassemble without tools. The traditional Strider pivot requires a specialized tool to remove it and adjust it. The performance pivot is simply a big hex key, and you can remove it, adjust it, and get it dialed for how you want, and that's why it's called a performance pivot, but they usually come with a more steep price point as they are not the typical and standard wear. Other things that make this more expensive potentially are that this one does have a pretty nice crosshatch design, and of course it's a Strider. So Striders inherently are more expensive because they are reasonably limited in quantity and reasonably wanted and desired in the community. Strider has a very loyal fan base and they really do like them. Now this Hinderer over here might actually be something that I would prefer over the Strider because I do like my Hinderers. I like how smooth they are, very clean, very drop shutty, and a beautiful action as a whole, but they don't command quite the same price, and the cultish following of Hinderer is not quite as strong as the cultish following of Strider. So unfortunately for those reasons, the Hinderer is not worth as much, though this one, to be fair, is in XM24, so these do typically go for about $600, but that's about how much the SMG goes for. And as you can see, it is a much smaller knife, maybe not much, but it is a little bit of a smaller knife overall. So overall, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. Which one should be worth more?